Hello, my loves. 2019 was a bit of a tough year, but 2020 is going to be amazing. I am so excited to be entering into a new year with you all. I have so many plans. I'm going to be graduating. I'm going to be able to dedicate so much more time to creating content. I'm also really excited to grow our family here on YouTube, so if you aren't already, please subscribe. If you are already subscribed, you can also just hit the notification button so you get a little notification every time I upload, because I will be uploading more like I promised. I love you so much. Let's get right into this tutorial. I know I never really show my bare skin on YouTube or on camera really anywhere, but I do want to start being more thorough in my tutorials, and I'm doing a couple things differently for my base with this look, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm using Anastasia's foundation in the shade 130N. This foundation is so nice. I love that it has like a super natural finish. So here you can see this side has foundation and this side does not. Pretty big difference and really nice coverage. I really want to brighten up my face, so I'm going to be highlighting with ColourPop's white concealer. I'm just going to add 2 triangular-like shapes underneath my eyes, and a little bit on my forehead and my chin. I have not highlighted underneath my eyes with concealer since I was in high school, so this is fun. I'm going for the very dramatic face highlight because I'm not going to be contouring with this look, and I also want the look to be a little bit more pale than I already am naturally, and compared to me, the only thing that's more pale is just pure white. So I pretty much never set my foundation, but I want this to be a little bit more matte, so I'm going to use some of Anastasia's translucent setting powder and just dab it sort of the same spot where I highlighted, but I'm not really bringing it onto my cheekbones, just kind of in the center of my face, underneath my eye, and the sides of my nose. And then I'm just going to wipe away the excess with a larger fluffy brush. I feel so dry. By the way, this sponge is brand new. This is the first look I'm using it for. It's from Colored Rain Cosmetics, and it is the squishiest sponge I've ever experienced. I love it so much. For my brows, I'm going to be doing them a little bit darker than I usually do. I'm using Anastasia's Ebony Dip Brow and number 12 brush. So the whole thing with 1920s brows is that they're super thin, super arched, and they sort of curve like all the way around the eye. If you just Google 1920s eyebrows, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I really despise covering up my eyebrows, so I'm just going to kind of go with my natural shape and try to accentuate the arch and keep them as thin as I can. So I'm really just going through my natural brow and being careful to stay within the lines of like where my hairs are. So this brow is filled in and this one is not. Now I'm just going to define the shape a little bit more with some concealer. I'm going to take it underneath my brow and just try to accentuate the curve underneath the arch as much as I can. I'm also bringing the concealer on top of the arch around to like the tail of my brow and kind of curving it downwards a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer on this side, just accentuating the curve underneath the arch, and then just bringing that concealer around the top of the brow, making it a tiny bit thinner, and then kind of trying to curve the tail downwards a little bit instead of going straight. So see how it's kind of going down? So I'm bringing some concealer up into the front of my brow a little bit just to make it appear a little bit thinner. Now I'm using Anastasia's clear brow gel to keep my unruly eyebrow hairs in place. To stop them from kind of drooping down, I'm just brushing them upwards. To get started on my eye makeup, I'm just priming my eyes with P. Louise's base in the shade 1. I'm just patting it all over my lid with a Sigma E60 brush. And I'm bringing it all around my eye along my lower lash line. For my eyeshadow, I'm using ColourPop's Smoke Show palette, and the first eyeshadow I'm using is called Slated. I'm just taking my Sigma E25 brush and using a patting motion to bring this eyeshadow all throughout my crease from my outer V into the inner corner part of my lid. And I'm being sure to bring it all the way up to the front of my brow. And I'm using my Sigma E35 brush to smooth out that blending. I'm also using a Sigma E70 brush to bring a little bit of that shade around my outer V and down like underneath the outer corner of my eye. Now I'm using a Sigma E27 brush and the black shade from the palette, and I'm also bringing that all through my crease. Just kind of building up the black. Using a Luxie 131 brush, I'm bringing the black around the outer corner of my eye and along my lower lash line. Now I'm using the silver shade in the center of the palette and bringing that down the center of my lid. And just kind of blending it out into the black that's around it. I'm using a Sigma E33 brush and some black eyeshadow to kind of blend out the edge of that silver shade. So I sort of blended the sparkles out a little bit, which normally I would not like, but since this look is a little bit messy, I'm okay with it. I'm going to use MAC Cosmetics Black PowerPoint Eye Pencil and smudge out my waterline into my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a Sigma E15 brush and some black gel liner and smudge this along my upper lash line. On my cheeks, I'm going to be using two blushes from the Balm Cosmetics. The first one is called Balm Beach. I'm taking a ColourPop F21 brush and using this blush to lightly sort of contour a little bit. Now I'm going to use a rosier colored blush. This one is called Down Boy, and a ColourPop F20 brush. And place this right in the center of my cheeks. And I'm applying quite a lot because in the olden days they wore a crap load of blush, I'm pretty sure. I know that in the 1920s they definitely did not have super sparkly blinding highlights, but I couldn't not add a highlight, so I'm going to be using Anastasia's Snowflake and just applying a very small amount with my Sigma FO3 brush. Before I do my lips, I have to wipe off the lip balm that I have on. And now I'm going to conceal them. Making sure I get a lot of concealer kind of like around the edges. Wow, I love this look. I'm going to be drawing out the shape of my lips very carefully with Dose of Color's Lavish Lip Liner. I'm going to start with my Cupid's bow area, and I'm just kind of doing it in the shape of the top of a heart. And then I'm bringing it down and sort of connecting it to the corner of my mouth, avoiding the edge of my lip. So I'm kind of like under drawing it, making my lips like more puckery. So I'm doing the top shape kind of like this, I think. I don't know, it looks really weird, so we'll see how this goes. And then I'm making a line right in the center of the bottom of my lower lip. And then I'm connecting that line to the corners of my mouth, not along my lip line, but kind of right above it. I'm going to go in with a thin, flat brush. This is a ColourPop E11 and some concealer, and use it to really carve out that shape and make sure it's nice and precise. And now I'm going to fill in those lips with Dose of Color's Date Night Liquid Lipstick. I attempted to style my hair, put on my flapper dress and earrings, and now all that's left to do is lashes. I'm going to use Bold Faced Makeup Mega Babe lashes. I felt like I wanted my bottom lashes to be a little bit more dramatic, so I put on a couple individuals from House of Lashes. And now I'm going to go into some mascara for my bottom lashes. And here's the finished look. I feel like a mess. This hair is not what I wanted, but I wanted it to be like a cool like 1920s hairdo with a headpiece, and it just Did not work out that way. But this is good enough. I like it. It's comfortable. It's easy to, you know, go out in, nice and messy. You can dance, get your groove on. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you end up doing any super cool 1920s flapper glam looks, or really any cool glam looks for New Year's Eve, please feel free to tag me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I would absolutely love to see it. I really hope that our little family here grows and we can have a real YouTube channel here. So thank you so much for watching this video and being here. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in 2020.